Okay, well, we came here 13 years ago in 1995, bought this place, 120 hectares, and we run a coop with Texel sheep. We've got about 1,250 ewes and 400 odd hoggets roughly. It had a history of being sort of fairly well developed way back in the 1950s and 60s, and then just sort of went through a period of just sitting along. So we saw opportunity to develop it further and make it into a property that we thought would look good, but also we're keen on trees and ponds. So we'd plant and build, and we wanted to have a lifestyle. So that was probably the biggest motivation, was to do some off-farm things. And so the challenge was to see if we could set it up to work it in 4 days a week. You've got to have a plan, so that was, I guess, the plan. And I think we achieved that in the end all right. And the off-farm motivation is what I reckon's kept both of us going, really, in farming the last few years. I enjoy fly fishing and model aeroplanes, shooting.
No, I'm interested in music, and Fraser's his hobbies. It's good to be able to have that balance, spend more time with our kids and our grandkids.
Well, we've got two children. Joanne's, she did accountancy. Stuart, he's gone dairy farming. He's a shear milker, just not far from here. He's doing very well for himself, and we get on very well together. The original sheep that we had when we came here were straight Coopworth, and they always produced us sort of around that 160% lambing. Pressure came on to produce a more meat type of lamb. We went into the Texel breed, so our sheep are half Texel, half Coopworth now. And they produce big lambs, so we have heavy lamb contracts, and heavy lambs go around about 21s, Ks. It was the type of farm that lended itself to having a lane up the hill there, going up, because it could be paddocks on each side all the way up. So we just employed a contractor to build that bottom end with the gravel on it. He did that, and then we just fenced it all up, and it made a huge difference to how the farm operated. But that was done right at the start. Probably the two things that the most important things we did when we first came here. The first thing, which raises eyebrows, is that we built these big duck ponds down here, and out of that green grass paddock, and just fenced it all out and said this is the recreational area. And then we built that lane and just started from there. Tree plantings, some shelter belts, and then went on to planting out gullies, stuff like that. Pasture management is, we put a capital injection of fertiliser in when we first came here, first couple of years, and then it's been maintenance fertiliser basically since. And if we grow excess grass, well, we make it into silage, and then when you get a dry summer like we've had this February, we feed it all out again. It had been in there for 3 or 4 years. Growing large lambs, of course, gets through a lot of feed, but you still got to keep the pasture right, so you have your ewes topping, cleaning up behind, and the topper going. And they averaged 18.5 last year over the whole lot, but some years we'd be about 19s. Just depends how many you can get into your heavy contract and that like.
So what are the hours like that you're working now?
When we work.
Yeah, we always work motivated to work, because we always have a plan that when we've got the several days jobs or whatever it might be on, or a week or 2 weeks of work, that we've got a plan to do something off the farm. So, I mean, we'll be going to Wanaka, or we'll be going to Melbourne to see Celine Dion like we are next week, or something like that. You know, life's too short. You know, we're not here for a long time. You only get one shot at it. It's not a dress rehearsal, is it? So you got to think about that, and you can, if you want to spend time with your kids and your grandkids and do your hobbies, you've got to have a workload that you can handle. So there's 2 ways of doing it with farming. You either have a big farm where you can employ people, or you have a small farm and do it yourself and then go and do your things. But you've got to be well organised.
The beauty of the place we'll miss, you know, but we're looking forward to another lifestyle, another challenge, whatever.